coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Giants. Will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Throwing on first down is Brady. Escaping the pressure right. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Brady now on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. O.J. Howard, 42 yards. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Buccaneers will take over possession here up at the 44. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-0, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Giants. A sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Gano the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, Dwayne Washington. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Fournette once more on second down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Brady's throw taken in by Miller.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
These two teams all tied after 1. Six yards left on 2nd down. Brady now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Fickens' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now Saquon Barkley. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit. But how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations. And we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Jones. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
A run with Fournette there as he'll push this forward for about 4 on 1st down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd down, back to Fournette. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Just a yard to go here on second down. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now Brady. And he's got his tight end Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Ficken, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Ficken to kick off following the touchdown. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. He's going to go up top again. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put...
It got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Gano for the extra point. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Howard has the first down and then some, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Brady now on first down. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On first and 10, here's Brady. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Completion left side to Miller. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Brady to throw again. Dumps it off to Fournette. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. Ficken's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's got room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Forced out to his left. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So call off the pick 6.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
Catch made by Slayton. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the 22, Jones to Barkley on the check down. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. So the completion good for 7 there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Off play action, Jones. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you're expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Throwing now is Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones, he's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Here now, Johnny Townsend. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Fournette once more on 2nd down. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, fourth quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Brady. They'll find Miller. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Here's Brady to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Here's Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Brady. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. They'll give Fournette another crack. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Here's Fournette. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Fickens' kick is good. Well, sometimes you get a mismatch in these divisional round games. Not here. This has been everything we could have hoped for.
Okay, Brandon, don't get mad at me, but it's time for the old cliche.
Bring it.
Neither of these teams deserves to lose, but in the end, it's looking like the late field goal is going to be the difference in this game.
That's a good cliche. We'll let that one go.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's Jones. Into the hands of Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
That's a pretty strong return to start this overtime. And you know that if you run some decent offense, you should have a shot at a field goal. But I'd have to think to myself, I want the 6 points. I want this game over now. I don't want to give the other team a chance to come back and beat me.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 45 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They keep it with Barkley on first down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he's got some space here. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
And the Giants season will continue at least another week as we say so long, everybody.